Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to the Youth Talk Show. Courtesy of PCEA Unity Youth, where we share real stories from real people with the aim to educate and learn from others' experiences with your lovely host, EP.8.
Hi guys, welcome to today's podcast. I am your host Eve Kemoro. Today I have an amazing guest who is going to share her story about singlehood and how that has changed her life. And now let me welcome her. Hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. Welcome.
Thank you so much.
To this amazing platform. I hope we are going to learn and get something from you. Yeah, you can introduce yourself more. Tell us more about yourself.
Okay, my name is Monica Njeri. Christ is Lord in my life. I am a nurse by profession. I am a mother. I am a sister. Yes.
Today we're going to talk about single parenting. And this is a wide topic.
Sure.
Let me say that because single parenting comes in different perspectives. Like there is someone who was married and got divorced and started the single parenting process, and there is someone else who just got a baby and is at home, probably with their parents, or is living alone. And then there are so many aspects. But today I want us to narrow down to someone who got a child with no expectation. For example, they never expected to get a child, but then they got it. And I thank God that it's something that you have gone through, and you can just share a bit of your story before we continue.
Sure. So, single parenting, there are those who choose. Right now we are living in a society that you'll hear someone say, I just want a baby. There are those who get children, probably you're just in school, in college, then you get a baby. So you're still in your parents' house. That's a challenge because your parents also have expectations from us. It's every mother's dream to see you walk down the aisle, then start bringing babies home. But at times it's not the narrative that everyone follows like that, because such is life. There are those who get married, and along the way they just realize probably they have drifted apart or grown apart from their partners. Yeah. So it is something that you cannot assume, because it's in our society today. It is a large number of single parents. It could be a lady single parent or a man single parent. So today you want us to narrow down to the one that probably you are in school, then you got a baby, then you are at home. So that could be challenging because you are at home, probably you are in school, you've not finished college or campus, then a baby comes along. I'll start by saying a baby is a blessing from God. However the baby came, don't be stuck on the disappointment. I know there's that journey of starting with the disappointment, denial. It takes some few months till you reach acceptance. Specifically, if you are a church girl, there is a stigma that comes with you are in church leading, probably praise and worship, you are among the leaders, now you've gotten pregnant. But I'd say it's all how you approach the situation. The faster you accept it, the more you are able to deal with it. So I'd say your most important thing is to know who is your social support system. Definitely at first the parents are disappointed, but as time goes by, they accept. And there are those who have supporting parents who will take you through the journey, through pregnancy, clinic, till delivery. Then after that, taking care of the baby. A baby is demanding when they are small. You need diapers, emotional support. They are specifically to the mother. They are depending on you fully. So if you are doing this journey with bitterness, with unmet expectations, it becomes difficult. So I'd advise the single parents, specifically the young girls, just know your social support system, your parents, your siblings. There are those friends who are very supportive. I know people will talk, but don't concentrate on what they're saying. Try to save the negative energy away from you, because if you keep listening, this was said this time, this person said this other thing, it's going to weigh you down. But once you're able to know your social support system, they'll keep encouraging you. And also as youth, probably if one of us finds themselves in such a situation. Myself, I did not lie to my friends when I realized I was pregnant. I guess I told them the first week, so I tell them things are changing, I cannot continue being a leader. I am expecting. So they really give me support. They'd come visit me, they'd bring me some shopping. They were a very supportive group. So also in church, I'm thinking the youth, we should support each other. Because today it's me, tomorrow it could be another person. And nobody desires to be a single parent. At times you feel, when it happens, you feel like it has isolated you from a group, like it's just picked you like this among a group. So you really need support. Yeah.
There are so many of us, especially in the church perspective,
Yeah.
that are facing the same journey. I've gotten pregnant. I don't have the courage like you to tell someone that, hey, I'm pregnant. So most of the time you will see someone has just withdrawn and is just outside there. You're just wondering, oh, kwani Monica alienda wapi? And now that's when you realize some things happened. So for someone to relate with your story, can you just give us a snippet of your journey and how I know as much as you had friends who were supporting you, I know there were some challenges you also faced in the journey.
Sure.
So you can just share a snippet of it.
Okay. I have grown in church, so I know in church is part of the society. So when you are in church, you are safe. The kind of friends you have, you're sure you will give each other the right advice. So it all depends on our personality. There are those who will mess up and want to run away from the situation, but I don't know for how long you can run away from the situation. Probably they have mixed feelings, wondering. At times there's that confusion. Yeah. For me, I had finished college and I was working. So when I realized I was pregnant, I guess there was no denial about it. Probably working in a hospital, I was a midwife. So I don't know if it made it easier. Working in a hospital, delivering babies just makes you want your own. Yeah. So when I realized I was pregnant, definitely I told the father of the baby and he was happy about it. Then the second person I told was my mom. I had to tell her before I come to church and tell the leaders I cannot continue being a leader. So yeah, she was disappointed and that hurt me also. But with time, she came along. So I remember that Sunday I came to church, I had to talk to Elder Cairo. And the way he handled me, he is just a leader. I told him I will not be able to continue with the leadership because I am expecting this and this has happened. So he prayed for me. He was not judgmental. So that was it. Now I had to continue with my journey. So I told my friends, they were like 3. I told them I'll not continue with the leadership. So you will choose another person who will continue. Yeah. So probably being at work, I was busy, and now responsibility, you feel like there's a responsibility added to your shoulders. If you used to sleep more, that's when now you realize your sleep imepungua. Knowing that now responsibility is coming, a baby is coming, you need to save up for this baby. So I don't think telling them that early, I felt free to come to church. So I don't think I nilijificha. But now on the other side, there are those who will feel like they feel some shame. But God loves us all. To be able to socialize well, first forgive yourself, then you'll be able to deal with what is ahead of you. Yes, it comes with stigma. There are those people who are admiring you being a mentor. But at the end of the day, that's just a chapter in your life. Yeah, and all of us have disappointments. All of us have, there are lows and high times. So, and today it is me, tomorrow it's another person. So I believe in supporting each other. And I'd tell those who feel like they want to hide, please talk to someone who can give you mature, supportive talk, who can take you through the journey. Yeah. And even if people talk, they will not talk forever. They'll talk today. After a week, there'll be another topic that will take over. Just after you forgive yourself, just walk with your head high. Focus on yourself and your baby. Just sieve the negative energy and keep improving yourself. If it is knowledge, keep adding your knowledge, like reading books. Don't stay idle. Probably you're not working. Just get something small you can do for. Probably that is now after the baby is like after 4-5 months, when they are less dependent on you. You can leave them for some few hours, go run an errand and come back. And don't be ashamed of doing anything. Sell anything you can sell to bring money. Because a baby is demanding. At times you feel crippled if you have a baby who needs diapers. Probably your parents have given you all the support that they could be able to give you. But now you feel like you've started being a burden. Just do anything you can do. Nowadays, there's online selling. You can do deliveries and come back home to your baby. Yeah, just try do anything and don't get tired. If this does not work, try another one. That is what I will tell them.
I want us to delve deeper on the emotional support.
Yeah.
Because that is the part of your journey. Like you had people who came and supported you, but we have another part of people that they don't have that kind of support literally, and you will find them going into depression. They have not accepted that this has happened because it was not something they thought of. Like when you're
found
pregnant,
them by surprise.
You prepare for something, and these people, they have not accepted, and you're about to deliver, and you're still in denial that this is happening, you see. So for those kind of people, I know you also counsel people, like what would you tell them, as much as there is that part of acceptance, how will this journey be easier for such a person?
Yeah, people having different personalities, some will go into depression, but I keep telling myself, pregnancy takes 9 months. You cannot be in denial for 9 months. Probably there's a reason why the gestation period is 9 months. By the 9th month, you are ready for this baby. Probably you may not have very supportive parents, but you cannot lack like 2 of your friends who will give you support. Don't just keep your problems piling up. It's not healthy. You just need to talk to someone. If it's not your parents, you have an aunt or a cousin. If it's not family, you have a friend, probably was a classmate. or someone who has gone through this journey before. They will encourage you more, they will be more accepting, less judgmental. Yeah.
And then how was your journey now from birth to now where you are at the moment?
Okay. Apparently, I was married. We were living with the father of my baby. So we stayed for like 2 years. Then life happened. At some point, we grew apart. Things just changed, and I was not at peace. There was so much turmoil. So it is a process when you realize now things are not okay. You try, like we are Africans. You're told marriage ni kuvumilia, ni kujaribu, ni kuomba. I did all that. And I'd say when you see someone leaving their marriage, they have tried all options. You have tried dialogue. You have tried every corner. It reached a point and I thought, now I cannot continue living like this. I totally had no peace. That environment also was not healthy for my baby. She was 2, but she could understand what was happening. There was no peace between us. And I could realize it was also affecting her. So one day I just came from work. I was so tired. Instead of sleeping, I just called my mom. I told her, I don't think things are working. She told me, you don't worry, you will come, we shall talk. But at the end of my mind, I'm thinking, we have really been talking. And now I guess I need to take an action. So before you pack, you have really packed psychologically. Before you pack physically, you have packed severally in your mind. But you're like, let me just stay and see what will happen. So I had such a cycle. At that period, it was also affecting where I was working. And now wherever I work, it's sensitive. I handle human life. So I realized I cannot continue like this. It's either, if it is marriage that is causing all this instability, I'm so stressed at work, I am not performing. As we work with a practice license, so if it is gross, your license could be cancelled. So I told myself, wow, this marriage is not working. Clearly it is not working. And if I continue like this, you can tell when you're messing up at work. So I realized I can't continue like this. I will go at work, I am stressed. I'd cry in the matatu as I go to work. I'd cry at work, but definitely not live. Unapanguza machozi, then you continue with what you're doing. Just reached a point I told myself, now I need to do something. I need to take action. So that day I just woke up. Through this journey, I was talking to my mom. My mom we bond. She is my best friend. So she knew I was going through some issues. So this specific Saturday, I called her and told her, I'm coming home. She told me, it's fine. You just pack. Come, we shall handle it from there. So I packed. My husband was not in the house at that point, but I called him and told him, I'm packing. Before that time, I was telling him, you just change, ama kuna utakuja hapa upate sija ati tumeenda. But I guess he thought I was joking. So that day I called him and told him, I'm packing, I am leaving. Just come if you're coming. Then he was claiming to be in Roiro, busy doing something. I just told him, okay, it's fine. So I packed just some few clothes, what I needed for the baby. So I went home. Packing is not also, yes, you're going to find peace in packing. By that time, you're having so much trauma. I used to have insomnia. I would go to bed, I toss and toss and toss. You sleep at 2 a.m. or 3, you wake up at 5, prepare to go to work. It was not so easy, but it brought some relief. After a month of packing, I realized I had some peace. I am not here to advocate people to back, but at that point I realized my baby needed one sane parent, because if I am not happy and I am not at peace, I will not be a good mother to my baby.
True.
Yeah. At times you're so bitter, you're so angry, she will do something, you will outburst, and then you later realize, I guess I overreacted. So at that point, I will just, when you feel like there's so much pressure, I'll just take a walk. Just take a walk, feel the breath, fresh air, come back, and listen to music. Just let the music play. Ukipanda mat, I was this person who I'll put on earphones. But at that point, I was enjoying every kind of music so that I will not keep thinking. I'll not keep thinking of my worries. So I'd advise, there's a time stress itafika ipande. But that is the point. What do you do with yourself at that point? Get something to distract you. If it is listening to music, listen to music. If it is taking a walk, do something you love doing. If it is a friend you have, that's your closest friend. I keep saying that you may have a lot of friends, but there's that one which you are free with them. Yeah. No matter what friend. However much you have messed up, someone you can just go bare and tell them this is how things are. And let it be someone who is reasonable, not someone who will advise you to do wrong things. Someone who can pray with you. Because sayo kona stress, you may not be able to think straight. But when you talk to a mature person, they'll tell you, apana hapa unakosea, let's do this, let's pray, let's wait. I believe at times you may take a rational decision, but when you have such a friend, they will tell you, apana hapa unakosea. So social support is very important. And I don't think there's anybody who is a loner. As much as you may not have 10 friends, there is one or two that one who will always have your back, who comes through that. Unajua sa ile unahitaji mtu when they are just a call away. Yeah.
There's this you see, now you have a baby.
Yeah.
And how do you handle a situation where the child is asking you about their father, or now the child is living with the father about their mother? Yeah.
A child should not come. Don't drag. I have learned not to drag my girl into our fights, into our disagreements. I was listening to Pastor Simon Bevy. He has some programs which go on, and he was saying there is an ex-girlfriend, ex-boyfriend, ex-wife, ex-husband, but there is no ex-father and ex-mother. This child still needs her father. This child still needs the mother. So at that point, after packing, I was so angry, I was so bitter. So after packing, she was small, but like the second month, she just woke up and told me, "Mom, nataka kuongea na ba." And I'm thinking, I do not want to make that call. And she was persistent. She told me again, "Mom, nataka kuongea na ba." So I just took the phone, dialed, they had a talk, and then after they finished, she was okay. So after, they say time is a healer, I have been able to release my anger, release my bitterness, because one thing I've realized, the devil is very happy when you're bitter about something. You will hook things up to this bitterness, you're not able to move on. Everything around you triggers you. Everything around you angers you. So once you are able to free yourself, forgive yourself for everything. Because we find there are people it is easy to forgive others, but it's hard to forgive yourself. The first person to forgive is yourself. You did not choose this upon yourself, but now it has happened. You cannot live in denial. So once you reach acceptance, try to find a way of balancing these parenting roles. Give the other party a chance to see the baby, because this baby desires love from both sides.
Yes.
Yeah, and it doesn't cost much just to allow the other person just to come see the baby and just be a parent. Because I have grown up with both parents, I know how beneficial it is having a dad and a mom. So he comes and sees the baby, they spend some time, they play. Yeah, if he's not around, if my girl wants to talk to him, I usually dial and they will have a talk and she will be fine. It may create a lot of turmoil, probably, but there's nothing that cannot be talked about. Yeah, I'm thinking if you deny this other parent to see the baby, you're not only denying them the right to be a parent, but you are hurting this baby.
True.
Yeah, because they will go to school, they will start having identity issues. They're like other children, they have dads, where is my dad? So her growing up knowing that her dad is just a phone call away, she has that confidence, like, I am a normal child. Yes. Yeah. It takes time to reach there, but a step at a time. Yeah, a step a day. Yeah.
So, as we conclude, I know there's much we can talk about.
Sure.
What is your parting shot?
My parting shot.
Same, yeah.
My parting shot, I would say having a baby at home is not the end of the world. Baby will come. After 9 months, you will get this baby. And every day baby grows. Babies are demanding for the first few months when you're breastfeeding. You need a lot of support. And I have learned to shun and all negative energy around me. If I know, if I go to Eve, she will tell me she had someone talking bad about me, I'd rather not come. You have got to guard your peace, because your peace is very intentional. Guard it jealously. Guard it jealously. People will talk and people will always talk, whether you're doing the right thing or the wrong thing. But I keep telling myself, these people who want to talk, if they're not part of the problem, neither part of the solution, let them talk. It will come a time and they'll have nothing to talk about. Focus on yourself. If you've had a baby and you have not finished college, when this baby is of age, probably less dependent, if you are given a chance to go back to school, please go back to school and give it your best shot. Because I remember after I packed, I was so stressed and I just needed something to keep me busy. So I was lucky to go back to school. For the last 4 years, I have been in school, part-time, still working. But I feel empowered today. And there is nothing as good as an empowered mother, because you will be happy with yourself. You'll be able to provide for this child. And also it is vice versa for the guys too. If you're the one who has been left with the child, the mother she's not ready to bring up that baby, just do the best that you can. Because the baby will always remember the parent who was present. Yeah. Our presence really matters when these children are young and growing. Just do your best shot. Improve yourself and empower yourself financially, specifically. Because nowadays, school fees is something. You need to see this child grow up. You need to provide to them. Just do something. If it is knowledge is power. So invest in yourself, remembering that in some few years, it's going to help you bring up this baby, whether you are single-handedly or with any other kind of help. Yeah. And if the other party, yes, there may be a lot of kukwaruzana, But if they're willing to help, please just enable them to give their kind of help. You may feel probably it is not enough, but that is what they can be able to afford. Just allow them to be there for that baby. Even if it is not financially, even if it is just coming, spending time with the baby, seeing them, just playing with them, psychologically this baby is going to be more confident and more happy. Yeah.
Wow. That was amazing. And I pray that everyone who has been listening to us, that you may find something that will help you continue with your journey no matter where you are, and know that God still loves you and God still cares for you, and there is someone somewhere. She has talked about there is no one who is alone, and so there is that person you can confide in. And so I pray that God may sustain you, and even as you ukilea huo mtoto grow in the goodness and the will of God. And thank you so much for tuning in, and thank you for allowing us into your space. Thank you so much, Monica, for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, and I remember to subscribe to our online platform, that is Instagram and YouTube. God bless you and have a lovely week.